All right. Uncle Bob, or as KQKC likes to call him, Pamper Bob, but I will not be stealing that. Bob Arum says that the reason Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. will not happen in 2020 is Errol Spence Jr.'s health. What world is Bob Arum living in? I do not know, but that is certainly not the case. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, I hope you accept my invitation to subscribe to the channel. And I want to say thank you to everybody that supports the 3 tiers of this channel, the videos that we do daily, and the people that join the channel when they watch the videos. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you. The live stream community that comes by every Monday through Friday to check out the live streams we do in the OG Boxing Talk on Sunday morning with my co-hosts. Also, everybody that supports on the Patreon, you guys' support is absolutely absolutely critical to the channel, and your appreciation and your support is so encouraging. Thank you very, very much. Okay, let's get into this. Bob Arum, let's talk about Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford, man. Okay, Bob Arum was talking because, of course, you know, Bob Arum's getting interviewed because there is a fight between a PBC fighter and a top ranked fighter. The PBC fighter is Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, and the top-ranked fighter is Tyson Fury, the former Ring Magazine champion, former IBF champion, former WBA champion, former WBC champion. That's a lot of former champions on him. He ain't a champion right now. Great fighter, but he's not a champion right now. So anyway, he was, getting interviewed after, after the press conference for that fight, because one took place this weekend. And he was, of course, asked about Tyson. He was asked about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., which is, again, similar to Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. It's one of the biggest fights that can be made out of Top Rank. Now, it's not one of the biggest fights that can be made out of the PBC, but it is definitely one of the biggest fights that can be made out of Top Rank. And Bob Arum said something that I thought was, once again, and I had made a video about Eddie Hearn also, which will probably be up after this video is today. But, just like Eddie Hearn, but not to the extent, Bob Arum will... I'm surprised that he has to move his mouth to let those words move out, because I swear they're coming out of his backside. He says that the fight could happen in 2020, but it's dependent upon Errol Spence Jr.'s health. Okay, now, what are you talking about, Bob? It's like, man, do you realize that there's the internet? Like, I know he does because he's on the internet a lot. I know but sometimes, where guys are older, and I know that for myself because I'm on the internet a lot. I'm on the internet every day, but still, I'm not in the app age, right? Like, I'm way behind people on their apps. Like, I know what an app is, but it's just not ingrained in my head that everything that I do, there can be an app for, right? I have several, I was just told there's apps for your apps, right? There's apps for your apps, and there's apps for your streams. Somebody just gave me a stream. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it organizes all of my streaming services, so that I only have to go to one app, and I can watch Showtime, I can watch HBO, I can go and watch a bunch of different stuff. Hey man, I got apps for my streams. I got apps for my apps. It's just crazy. Like, the Play Store is an app for your apps. The application that you go through to get other applications. So I'm not totally there. So I don't think Bob Arum is totally there either with this whole massive amount of communication and the quickness of communication that's taking place, right? Because when you say that Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford's not happening in 2020 because Errol Spence Jr.'s health issues, you missed the point that, number one, the PBC they've already said that Terence Crawford to get an Errol Spence Jr. fight, Terence Crawford has to increase his profile, because he and they put the blame squarely on. Now this is Tim Smith. It's not Al Heyman directly, but this guy's the director of communications. So hey, or media relations. I don't think he's going to say something that is so out of whack with what Al Heyman wants communicated. I believe that Tim Smith is professional enough to stay in his lane and not jump out and say a bunch of stuff that just has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with the truth. Unlike other people. Regardless, or nevertheless, Tim Smith said Terence Crawford, in order to make a fight with Terence Crawford, which would be a joint promotion between ESPN and Top Rank and PBC. I'm not sure. I would suspect that would be between Fox and ESPN as well. That Terence Crawford has to fight bigger name welterweights to get himself in the position where it would be worth them. Where it makes monetarily, it makes sense. That's what they said. They didn't say we're wondering when Errol Spence Jr. is going to come back. Errol Spence Jr. is set up to fight either Danny Garcia or to fight Manny Pacquiao next. And the PBC, Tim Smith, when he was interviewed, said that there's a whole line of fighters that Errol Spence Jr. can fight, and fights that'll be good fights, quality fights that against guys that have proven themselves against top welterweights. The issue for Terence Crawford is that it's not the health thing. And on top of it, now you remember the last time, I think Bob Arum knows this. I just think Bob Arum is just saying whatever. I think he's just saying whatever because he's not push. I don't believe he's really pushing for that fight. I don't believe he's pushing for the fight. I don't believe he's pushing for any major fight for Terence Crawford. I can't see that he has. What he did talk about though is, hey, he'd like to see Terence Crawford fighting MMA against Conor McGregor. And I love what Danny Garcia's father, Angel Garcia, said about it. He said, man, I feel sorry for Terence Crawford. Now, when I read the title, I thought, man, you feel sorry for Terence Crawford. Why would you feel? My immediate feeling was, when you say you feel sorry for Terence Crawford, was that you feel sorry for Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford signed with Top Rank, and although he's their best fighter, is like number 4 on their I care about list, behind Tyson Fury, behind Vasily Lomachenko, maybe tied with Jose Ramirez, but I don't know, because I think they're gonna match up Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. And in that fight, I pick Jose Ramirez to beat. I'm picking Jose Ramirez to beat Josh Taylor, I believe. Now I might go back on that after I look at him fight a little bit more, but I think the improvements of Jose Ramirez might allow him to overcome Josh Taylor, who I do believe has lost a little bit of focus. You get there when you start getting caught with with that nose candy. You get caught with that nose candy, starting troubles at nightclubs, man. That makes me wonder. But regardless, man, I digress. That's the only reason why I would feel sorry about Terence Crawford. And even then it's marginal, because shoot, the guy's making millions of dollars. So how bad can I really feel for the guy? He's got more money than me. You know what I mean? He's tremendously successful in his career. That's might be just what he wants to do. But when Angel Garcia said he would feel sorry for him, it was because he was like, man, in MMA, man, that dude's gonna get hurt, man. So you can't learn MMA in like 6 months. You can't take him down and pin him. So, Mike, so he said, man, I feel sorry for Terence Crawford if that's what his promoter wants to do. And honestly, man, I know that the only reason that I know that that's not going to happen, because it's not going to happen. The only reason I know it's not going to happen, Conor McGregor is not going to fight. He wouldn't fight Terence Crawford in MMA, let alone boxing. In boxing, the guy's going to go away. But in MMA, is because don't nobody know Crawford in MMA. Man, don't nobody know Terence Crawford in MMA. I'm not saying nobody knows him, but that's not something where they're gonna be like, oh yay. I mean, if they were gonna come watch him, they're gonna come watch him like they would watch Conor McGregor fight whoever the guy he just beat in 40 seconds was. They're gonna do it. It's nothing added for. It's nothing added for Conor McGregor in that situation. So, it just, man, who Terence Crawford going to fight next, man? Hurry up and name him, because it is either going to be, it's not going to be Porter, because he said he didn't want Porter, which is the best option for him. It's probably not going to be Ugas. Are you going to fight? Are you going to not care that Alexander Putin got tested positive, or are you going to move up to 154 pounds and fight Teixeira for the WBO 154-pound belt? But I am definitely looking forward to seeing what he's going to do next, but it's not going to be the Terence Crawford fight. I hope it's the Sean Porter, but it doesn't appear like they're interested in that at all either. So you let me know what you think in the comment section, and with that, I'm out. Peace.